There's a controversy brewing over a fence in West St. Paul. It's the canvas for a Black Lives Matter mural. The city says it does not comply with city code, but the homeowners contend the message painted on the fence is desperately needed right now and outweighs city code. Fox 9's Sarah Danek joins us live from West St. Paul with this story tonight. Sarah?
Yeah, Randy, this Black Lives Matter mural was painted on this fence on private property late last summer. Now the homeowners are being told they need to paint over it or face some fines from the city.
A fence turned canvas forces drivers to take pause at a normally busy West St. Paul intersection, and that's the point.
We thought this was an appropriate way to get a visual message out.
Homeowner Ryan Wyand and his husband couldn't stay quiet last summer after George Floyd's death and unrest in the cities. So they spoke out through this mural, a Black Lives Matter message painted by two local artists.
We had hoped that if it just made one person who had to stop at this stop sign pause and think, that would really fulfill what we were trying to do.
It's caught the eye of many in the community, including some neighbors who didn't like the mural and called it into the city.
Turns out there is both a sign ordinance and a fence ordinance in town.
Ryan says now they have until April 15th to paint over it or pay a fine.
We have had other messages on this fence for 3 years, and this is the first time that we've ever gotten a citation for it.
Community activist and former mayoral candidate KJ Johnson, whose face is also part of the fence artwork, wants to see it stay.
This is about my life. This is saying like telling my granddaughter that it matters that she lives here in West St. Paul. It's telling her that she's welcome here.
Telling us messages like this are needed to make sure the black community knows they matter and are important in West St. Paul.
This is what we're aiming for West St. Paul to be. Like, yes, has it changed on so many levels? Absolutely. But it's not there yet. And why it's not there yet? Because they're asking him to take it down.
Now, we did hear tonight from the city of West St. Paul, who says this fence does not comply with their city code, which they say states, quote, fences shall not contain pictures or lettering and shall be one uniform color, adding that signs can also not be fixed on fences, saying that, quote, the city cannot and does not take content or message into account when dealing with infractions of city code. All city code, as well as enforcement, is content neutral. Now, Ryan tells us if he and his husband do not comply with the city code of painting over this messaging, they could face fines of up to $250 a day. He said, though, they've gotten a lot of community support. In fact, even a professional painter offering his services to paint over this for free. So he says they have gotten a huge outpouring from a lot of folks. We're live tonight in West St. Paul. Sarah Danek, Fox 9.
Well,